Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to have you guys back. And for those of you who are new, my name is Orfie, and for today's look, we are going to be using a bunch of different palettes. We are going to be creating this really colorful eye look. The different palettes we are going to be using today are going to be the James Charles Morphe palette, along with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and one of the Juvia's Place palettes. So if you would like to see how I create this look, go ahead and keep watching. Okay guys, for this look, we are going to go ahead and start with a blending brush, and we're going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette into her darkest purple shade. So we're going to dip into the palette and we're going to start packing the purple shade onto the outer corner of our eyelid. In this step, we're not focused on blending, we're more focused on packing the color. We are going to be blending this shade later on with the lighter purple shade. Just like that, we're going to be bouncing our brush, packing the color into the outer corner. Once we have our desired pigment, we are going to go ahead and flip the brush, and we're going to use the lighter purple of the same Jaclyn Hill palette. Also, a little tip, you guys, I bought these at Sally's and they're really cool. They're actually meant to wipe your makeup off, but I really like them to dust the excess off your brush, just like that. And it's a cute little form of cleaning your brushes without getting everything dirty, or if you don't have napkins accessible to you at that moment when you're doing your makeup. So now we're gonna dip into the lighter purple and we're gonna blend the purple shade. Just like that, a little bit at a time. It's starting to blend, so we're gonna go ahead and dip back into that lighter purple, dust off the excess, and continue to blend. Next up, with another blending brush, we are going to go ahead and dip into the James Charles palette into the darkest pink, and we're going to place that pink shade right next to it. Just like that, we're going to be packing the color in. Before we blend that pink shade, we are going to go in with a yellow shade. So I'm going to use the yellow shade in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to place it right next to our pink shade. Just like that. We can do a little bit more blending with the yellow. It is giving me a little bit of fallout right here, the yellow shadow, so don't worry, you guys can just get a powder brush and dust it off. So once that yellow shade is nicely blended in, we're going to go back into the pink and reinforce the shade. We're going to slightly blend it into the yellow and into the purple. Then we're going to dip back into the James Charles palette, and using the light pink shade, we are going to go ahead and diffuse and blend the pink edge. Just like that. So after that, we're going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the next step that I did for this look. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and applied my cut crease using a flat concealer brush. Now I'm ready to apply the next step. So before we get started with the next step, I'm going to go ahead and use my finger, and I'm going to blend the edge of the cut crease just so that it won't form a harsh line between the cut crease lid shade and the purple shade. So just with your fingers, slowly dab until it's slightly blended. Once it's slightly blended, you can go ahead and go back in with the purple brush and start blending the purple into the concealer. So just like that, picking up a little bit of the purple shade, we're gonna start placing it next to the cut crease edge and blending it. Just like that, you can see where the edge of the concealer starts to diffuse into the purple. Next, we are going to go in with a flat brush and we're going to dip into the Juvia's Place palette. From this palette, we're only going to be using one shade, and it's going to be the Bone Nude shade. So that shade is going to be applied with a flat eyeshadow brush, and we're going to be applying it onto the lid on top of the concealer where we cut the crease. So just like that, we're going to be applying the nude shade on to the lid. If you don't want to use a nude shade, or you don't have a nude shade, you can go in with the light pink shade. But I really liked how this shade looked because it does have a rosy undertone to it. So I feel like it really blended into the pink and the purple. So this shade served for two purposes. The first being that it gave us that nice nude rosy color for our lid, and it also helped us set the concealer that we used to cut the crease. So now that we have applied that shade on top of the concealer is not gonna smudge, it's not gonna go anywhere. So now we're gonna move on to the next step, and the next step is we're gonna be moving back into the James Charles palette. And using the James Charles palette, we are gonna go ahead and use the purple shimmer shade, which is right there. That purple shimmer shade is really nice. It has reflective pearls, and that shade we are gonna go ahead and apply it with our finger. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that shade with my finger, and I'm gonna be applying it between the nude color and the purple. Just like that. It gives us a nice little shimmer between the purple and the nude color. If you apply too much, you can go ahead and go back in with the nude color and blend a little bit of that nude color on top of the shimmer shade. Okay guys, so just like that, this look is finished. In order to bring the look together, we are gonna go ahead and add lashes and eyeliner off camera. Okay you guys, I'm back. I went ahead and added lashes and liner off camera, and now I'm ready to finish off this look. To finish off this look, I am going to go ahead and go back in with an angled brush, and I'm going to be using the purple shade, the dark purple shade we used at the beginning, and I'm going to be applying it to the outer rim of my eye. So just like that, adding it to the very, very edge. Right now we're just placing the color, not really blending it. We're going to be using the pink shade to blend the purple. Just like that, adding it all across. Actually, not all across. We're going to stop there, like 2/3 of the eye, because on the inner corner we are going to be adding the yellow shade. So now with a little eyeshadow brush, we're going to dip into the pink, dust off the excess, and we're going to blend that purple line. Just like that, we're going to slowly use the pink to blend the purple. Now we're going to go with a flat eyeshadow brush, dipping into the yellow shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're going to slowly add it into the inner corner. So we're going to look up and apply it. For this shade, we are going to be applying it and blending it at the same time. And to finish off, we can get the pink brush, and we're going to go ahead and blend all three colors together. And like I always say, if you feel like you went too low with those shades, you can get a beauty blender and dab some translucent powder on it, just to diffuse the edges. So just like that, we went ahead and completed this eye look. This is how it turned out. Now for our final step, I am going to go ahead and go in with some lower lash mascara, and I'm going to be applying the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. So I'm going to be applying it to my lower lash line. So just like that, we're gonna be applying a little bit of mascara. If you don't like how your lower lashes look with mascara, you can go ahead and totally skip this step. Okay guys, now that I have applied my mascara, my look is now 100% complete. This is how it turned out. Please let me know if you liked it. So that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked this look. It was a really colorful look. It really reminded me of the Instagram logo along with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette campaign. It was a really nice bright eyeshadow look using purples, pinks, yellows, and we used a variety of different palettes, and this is how it looked. Please let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this look. Also, before you go, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time.